And I just think there's a lot of hype around this game because there's people that think that this is the best chance Penn State has to beat Ohio State since 2017. This is probably the best team strength James Franklin has ever had. And Ohio State looks more vulnerable than they have in a very long time. The last time we beat Ohio State was 2016 with the Grant Haley kick six, and the last time we won in Columbus was 2011. Get this. In 2011, we had Matt McGloin, and the Buckeyes had Braxton Miller at quarterback. Those guys feel like fossils now. And Ohio State has won 6 straight games against us, but they are just 1-5 against the spread in those games. And that game that they covered the spread was in 2020 in that short season, and that was very weird. And Penn State had just come off of that double overtime loss against Indiana. So my point is that this rivalry has been extremely close throughout Franklin's tenure, but there have been little things every single time that has kept him from getting wins. Every Penn State fan understands. At one point in the past, we might have been okay with just playing a good game against Ohio State, but not anymore. All right, you hear it on my intro. I say, if you want to be considered an elite college football program, you can't just keep big games close. You have to win them. And there's a heck of a lot of Penn State fans that think that this is a chance for Penn State to move into that elite sector of teams. Penn State has been top 10 several years. People have already been talking about it with the new 12-team playoff. If the 12-team playoff had been in place for the entirety of James Franklin's tenure, you would look at his tenure very differently because Penn State would have been a playoff team several times. Penn State's been in the top 10 several times during his tenure, but they have not been top 4. And that is because they have not been able to beat Michigan and Ohio State consistently. In fact, James Franklin has never beaten both of them in the same season. And so, no matter how close these games are, you can't be okay with just keeping them close anymore. You got to win them. Every Penn State fan understands. At one point in the past, we might have been okay with it, but not anymore. Penn State fans don't want to cover the spread and say, at least we played a good game. We don't want to lose a close battle and then say, man, if we had just gotten that one stop or that one touchdown or hadn't thrown that interception, we don't want that anymore. We want to win the game. We want to come away from it and prove that we are one of the very best teams in the country, that we are an elite football program once again.